takeoff.
Mike, good morning, Night Train. How are you today?
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
Whoa! Look at that sky. Man. John Bum, good morning. How are you? Good to see you both in here. Man, what a beautiful sky this morning. I really didn't think it was going to be much as beautiful this morning because it's such a clear day, but man, look at that. Man. Anyway, sunrise is at 6:47, give or take a couple of minutes because of my altitude. In fact, I'm going to go up a little more. But look at that, man, that is just absolutely gorgeous. Well, it is nice and cool here this morning, if somewhat a little wet, a little moisture in the air, not much. Moisture on everything, it's that old dew point, you know. But anyway, I'm not sure what the temperature is. 57 degrees according to my phone. So that's quite cool. But it is supposed to get up into the 90s today. So we will be getting back into the high temperatures. But that'll be okay. Well, today is September 11th, and it is a day of remembrance. It's officially it's Patriots Day, and we should all remember what happened on this day 20 years ago. Never forget. Amen. So this flight is in honor of those that lost their lives on that day, both in New York in the Pentagon and in Somerset, Pennsylvania on Flight 93. Heroes of the day in my book. You are texting? You know, I've tried that once, and for some reason my phone just didn't understand my Okie accent, so I quit. Oh, Johnny Dronefly, good morning, brother. How are you today? Michael Blade, good morning, my friend. How are you? Man, a lot of beautiful sky this morning. I am loving it. This, I think, will make a good time lapse. Susan Lee, good morning. Mudball Creative, good morning. From Missouri, all right. My son pastored a church in Cuba, Missouri. Do you know where that's at there, Mudball? He's moved on. He got hired by a church out in Idaho Falls, Idaho, and he moved out there, but he pastored Bible Baptist Church there in Cuba, Missouri for about 9 years, I believe. Peter Carroll, good evening. Pretty much all you can hear this morning are the crickets. There are a few birds. There's fog on the water, not much, but enough that you can see it. Jackrabbit FPV, good morning. Thank you for joining. Thank all of you all for joining the chat this morning. Don't forget, Dennis Lovelady is up next, and then don't forget the tomorrow Sunrise Crew, starting with Drone Bum in Long Island, New York, coming to me here in Virginia, moving on down to Georgia with Dennis Lovelady, then across the country to Arkansas, and then Texas with Arkansas is Fly Natural and Texas is Chris Hope. So it is just so nice and still here, man. Not a breath of wind. It's calm. If you look in the upper left corner, you should be able to see, I've got the camera pointed to the lake. You can see the picture-in-picture there. I don't know what that looks like on a big screen. I'll have to go back and look one of these days. So, but anyway, the bird is holding steady at 331 feet. Directly above me. It's 6:39, so in what, 8 more minutes. Builder 710, good morning. Hope your weekend is starting out good, my friend. Lenses over land, LCC, good morning. Thank you for joining. Johnny, are things getting back to normal for you guys down there? Have you gotten power back yet? I haven't heard too much news. Okay, I'll call you Mike. Now, Mike, I gotta tell you that I should be able to remember that because there's another Mike in the chat. That's Night Train FPV. But in case I do forget, just bear in mind that I have a hard time with names. Always have. So, but anyway, but I will call you Mike from here on out. It sure is, Jackrabbit. It does look like it's coming up. And you can see the bright spot pretty much on the horizon where it'll pop up at. Roger, Canadian Drone Hub, good morning. Well, I'm glad I'm not alone, Mike. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear. I'm glad you have power back, but sorry about the other houses. Welsh Rob, good morning, my friend. How are you today? Ooh, I turn away from the horizon for just a little bit and it gets brighter. Yeah, it's a beautiful sky. Well, I haven't seen Dennis Lovelady in the chats yet, so I'm not sure what time he's going to be going up. But I'm sure he will be going up. If not, Saturday morning coffee with Rodney and friends will start just a little bit earlier. Well, I'm not that bad. I forget everybody's names. I can't even remember my own sometimes. So I can see the bright spot on the horizon where the sun is going to be coming up. Oh, so Brad's leaving I wondered if he was still there. I bet his company was been a godsend for some of you folks back there. I am glad that him and Ken Hoffbauer got to visit with you while they were there. So that's pretty cool. Well, thank you, Mike. It is a beautiful shot this morning. I was actually surprised when I went up and saw how pretty it was. I mean, the sky right above me was completely clear. But now that it's getting a little lighter, I can see a little haze of clouds up there. Just barely seeable, actually. But it's making for a beautiful sunrise. And speaking of sunrise, that sun is about to... Oh, well, that's good. That's good, Johnny. That sun is about to rise. Well, Johnny, you may have to hold him hostage to do that. The event horizon, yes, sir. You know, besides the fact that I live in a beautiful area, I mean, when I fly these sunrises, it just amazes me. And ever since I was a kid, I've always loved the sunrise. And here comes the sun. It is poked up over the horizon. And I've always enjoyed sunrises and sunsets. And then when I joined the Navy and went to sea, not only did I enjoy the sunrises and the sunsets, but the night sky was mighty pretty too. Dean, good morning. Miko goes to the old Codgers in the house. Good to see you. Buying space. Good morning, Myra. Unfortunately, I'm flying the Mavic Air 2 today, Myra, so I won't be able to get snapshots because I want to get the video so I can do the time lapse. I will try to get a couple of snapshots before I come down and send them to you, but I think you'll like these. Tony, good morning. Again, I'd like to remind you folks that today is September 11th. 20 years ago today, we came under attack, and some close to 3,000 people lost their lives in New York, the Pentagon, and in Somerset, Pennsylvania on Flight 93. Take a few moments today and remember these folks. And remember our servicemen and women who are out in harm's way, defending our country. Yes, Dean, it is beautiful. Thank you. God is good. This is God's handiwork, of course. I can't take credit for it. All I can do is take credit for bringing it to you. But this is God's art. Never forget, that's right, Tony. It should be the same for Pearl Harbor Day, too. I actually had somebody asked me what was so special about December 7th. And I'm like, what? You don't know? He was a young person, so. I mean, obviously I wasn't alive when December 7th happened, but we learned about it, and we, you know, and I've never forgotten. And being a Navy man, most of all, and most sailors don't forget it. Every time a ship pulls into Hawaii, they render honors to the USS Arizona Memorial. And so it's kind of hard to forget sometimes. Yeah, people do forget too easily. I mean, I forget names and stuff, but things like December 7th and September 11 or 911, however you want to call it, you know, how can anybody forget that? And for the young people that were either babies or not born yet, I can understand them, but we as adults should make sure that they know this and that they understand what happens and what it means. But, you know, all too often, yeah, and Lord knows I would rather there not be any war, but it is what it is, I guess, and I think we'll probably always have wars of some kind. But anyway, that doesn't mean we have to forget when it happens. Drone Life RC. Watching me on the 65-inch TV. Woohoo! Awesome. Yeah, I need some coffee too, buying space, Myra. Look at the reflection off the water on that. I've got about 11 minutes of battery left, so I will keep this up. I'm surprised I don't see Dennis in the chat, unless I just missed him. But anyway, he should be going up next. I am going to go on that assumption. And the stream has really been working well this morning. Of course, I'm using Prism since I'm flying my Mavic Air 2. I need to do some updates on this thing. I haven't had it out in about a month or two, so I need to go through and do some updates. Steve, SJM Drones and Media, good day. Don't forget to hit the like button, please. Man, look at that. Yeah, that's just a pretty picture right there. In fact, I'm going to stop the recording. And I'm going to switch to photo. I'll take that photo. I'll get one more. And go back to video. And record again. Probably won't use that part of it, but I did catch the sun going up. So that should be good enough. I got 7 minutes left. All right. So when you say you're off to the sunshine, I take it you're going to the Mediterranean? Oh, thank you, Mike. Oh, cool, Tony. I think you'll like the Air 2S. I know I do. I mean, it's a capable drone. It handles well in high wind. I mean, you can tell it moves, but I did a sunset video in Oregon, Gold Beach, Oregon, and the wind was really high there, and it stayed right where it was supposed to stay. Ah, going to Spain. Oh, yeah, that's cool. I've been to Spain. No, I figured you were probably going to somewhere in the Mediterranean. Of course, I don't know where Fuerteventura, Spain is, but hey. So, all right, I still haven't seen Dennis pop in yet, so I am going to assume that he is going to be up. He said something about rehearsing something, so maybe he's not going to be up in the air. We'll find out. If I don't see him go live here shortly, then I'll probably go live with Saturday Morning Coffee with Rodney and friends. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Bill Ronayne, good morning. How are you today, sir? So, all right, folks. Well, I'm going to go ahead and bring the drone down. Let me stop the video. Switch back to camera. And I'll just get camera shots as the drone comes down. Paul Murray. Good morning, my friend. Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. We must never forget.
Battery level is low. The aircraft will go to the home point in 10 seconds.
Cancel that. What happened? I don't know what happened, but there we go. That's better. You're getting too close to that big tree. All right, another good hand catch. Folks, thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. Don't forget, today is September 11th. Let's not forget what happened this day 20 years ago. Dennis Lovelady is coming up next. If he doesn't fly, and I haven't heard from Dennis other than saying good morning to him earlier, so I don't know if he's flying or not, but I do know he's up. If he doesn't go up, then I'll probably go ahead and start Saturday morning coffee with Rodney and friends. But anyway, you folks have a great weekend. Hope to see you tomorrow on the Sunrise Show, starting with Joan Bum, of course, then me, then Dennis, then Fly Natural, and then off to the House of Hope in Texas with Chris Hope. Anyway, y'all folks have listen to me. Y'all have a great day. Love y'all. Bye. Well, I am trying to end this. Bye, y'all.